I'm not aware of many school districts that are really looking at students from a whole student perspective. Right? We know that we are responsible for the academic component. We know that we need to move students toward career and college and help them figure out what they are becoming, so that when they walk across our graduation stage, they're in process and on their way toward that. However, we also understand the need for students to develop in a way that's beyond academic.
Experiential and adventure education pushes students physically, emotionally, and socially into realms and boundaries that they may not traditionally get into.
For a lot of kids, today was the biggest challenge they'll ever face, and it was the hardest day of this trip.
And it's when students enter into those spaces that they are equipped and introduced into a really unique part of themselves. And it's that self-discovery and that collective experience that provide them with a full-body learning experience that can really shape a lifetime. There's a threshold of allowing them in a spectrum that you want them to experience some level of discomfort, because that's where growth happens. But when it becomes the risk of it could make an experience miserable, that's kind of the threshold that I don't want to surpass, especially when I gauge a kid and recognize their limits. My name is Nick Johnston. I teach at Lake City area schools, and I serve as the lead trip facilitator, where I am responsible for the planning and implementation of our outdoor adventure trips. Lake City area schools offers an incredibly unique experience to students through the realm of experiential education. In specifics, through our backpacking program, students were offered an experience where they could go out into the backcountry with school staff and experience the full realm of planning, preparation, development. A lot of the techniques and strategies are methods built on lots of different frameworks, but begin by essentially getting students to step out of their comfort zone and into a zone of growth. And I want to develop that both in the classroom and in the field.
You know, it's a great question. The value of experiential, adventure, outdoor education, really any of those pieces is to offer students opportunities to talk about things that really matter in life. And I know that that's a pretty simple guideline, but truly that's what we do. Whether it's a backpacking experience, a camping experience, an activity that we do, those are simply a vehicle for us to talk to students and groups about the things that really matter.
This programming for the kids is so good to be able to disconnect from their world at home and from their devices that everyone is so connected to, adults, students, everyone, where you can be reached at any second. Like, you're here and you're able to be where your feet are, be grounded and be connected with those people around you, and just be able to have those deeper discussions.
I think it's important to connect with the kids outside of a classroom, because it's such a open environment and they don't see you as such an authoritarian. It helps them open up and be cool with you.
Although they may see that teacher as a core content instructor, when they get with them out in the backcountry or on an adventure course, what it does is it exposes them to the humanity of that teacher or that instructor, and it's that humanness that makes them someone that students are willing to learn from. Somebody told me a long time ago that students don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And I believe that enhancing and developing connections through relationships, especially in the field of experiential education, is the framework for quality instruction.
Our goal in taking students out, whether it's for a backpacking trip or placing them on a ropes course or giving them a climbing wall opportunity or simply doing an activity out in a green space, to one, build a sense of confidence in self and their own abilities, but to secondly, and as importantly, build a deeper connection.
One of the things that's really unique about facilitating or leading one of these trips is that I oftentimes get to later have those students as classroom students. And the depth of connection that I get to share with those students and the quality of instruction that I can deliver is far surpassing that of students who haven't participated in a trip with me.
I think at times, the lessons that we learn in experiential adventure outdoor education are are a lot of times lessons that are learned in extracurricular activities, right? The relationships are with coaches instead of teachers, and the lessons that you learn in winning and losing and practicing and trying to perfect, like those are all important. And maybe that's one of the pieces that makes this type of learning special, is it gives students that might not be athletic or that might not be their thing, but it gives them their thing.
As Lake City area schools continues to expand its over 40-year legacy of outdoor education, one of the things that we hope is that students will recognize the power of nature, the power of connection, and the power of experiencing the fullness of life. And we hope to do that by the means of experiential learning. This begins in 6th grade as students participate in the Camp Rotary experience, and we want to develop that into a system that enhances a full continuum of their education upon graduation.
We just gotta get to our campsite.
That's it, we're almost there, and then you can get into the water, you got time to relax and play a little bit.
You ready?
Yep, let's roll. We can get there,
Yep.
fellas.
Don't give up when you're struggling on hiking because it's hard. And it's a lot harder with like 35-pound backpacks to hike.
When you're going on that trip, you'll get really tired fast. But when you make it to that part in the trip, like that's just achievement that you will feel, and that's not gonna ever go away completely.
I'm definitely gonna walk away with realizing that I don't need my phone to enjoy an experience. I don't have to take a picture with my phone every 5 minutes to remember something, because this will be something I remember for the rest of my life.
Can you take a video of it? Help me!
Nope, that's not gonna make the cut.